Would I be the a-hole if I go low contact with my niece and take back her gifts? So yesterday, I went over to my sister's house to help her with some things. I was there for a couple of hours and took a little nap for hours because I was tired. After I woke up, I went home and my husband was being a little off and seemed kind of upset/unhappy. I'm like, "What's up?" And he says, "I'm being nice for someone who just texted what I did." I sent my kids upstairs and started asking what the hell was going on. He says I sent him divorce texts. I'm shocked because I never did that, which I let him know. I even showed him my phone, which did not show any such texts. He then shows me his messages under my name, and apparently I want a divorce. I was bamboozled because not only did I not think it, but I definitely did not text that. This affected him a little more because we had a fight the previous night, but we have a tradition of sorts, which is reassuring each other that we still love and care, but are just upset at the moment. I'm only adding this because I said something along those lines in the morning before I left, which I brought up when I was defending myself against the text I supposedly sent. He then says I had done something similar previously. This is in reference to when I was pregnant and had some pseudo-bipolar symptoms, which have since been mostly resolved. I've only done this once, and it wasn't even on the same level. I just kind of used to have terrible mood swings. Also, this was only during the pregnancy. I have no bipolar diagnosis or anything like that. That whole journey was kind of traumatic and is not a pleasant memory for me, which he is aware of. Anyway, after we bicker for a little bit, I decide to call my sister and explain what was happening. And then I'm like, "Hey, can you pull up your house footage from while I was there this morning?" We're on FaceTime, and we fast forward to when I went to sleep. The outlet in the room I was in wasn't working, so I had plugged my phone in the dining area to charge while I slept. We see my 16-year-old niece on my phone. She was on and off and on for like 2.5 hours, smiling and giggling. I'm upset, and her mom is upset. She calls her and asks if she touched my phone while I was there, and she lies and says no. She asks her again 2 more times if she touched my phone, and she says she didn't. The laptop is faced away from her, and I believe she didn't realize I was on the phone or that we both already saw what she did. It was after my sister started trying to send me the footage, which I had initially asked for, that she saw that her mom had already seen what happened. She started apologizing and saying it was supposed to be a prank, and she didn't mean anything by it. She called out to me too with apologies while she was crying. My sister is one of those silent when angry types, so she wasn't saying anything. I did not even know what to say at all at this time, because why would she even think this was a fun prank, not to mention going into my phone without my permission? How she knows my password, I'm not sure because it's not simple or related to me. I had initially promised I would sponsor her 17th birthday, which is next month. She had previously also asked for a new PC, which I got, but it's supposed to be a surprise. I also happen to be her godmother. My question is, will I be overreacting if I take all these gifts back and keep a distance from her? Is it overkill? I feel maybe I'm punishing her for the way my husband reacted and brought up something traumatic for me. Also, maybe his response is justified because he thought the texts were from me, and then I was all smiley and sweet when I came back. I'm confused on how to proceed, but Reddit has previously helped figure stuff out before, so I decided to turn to them again. Sorry if this was too lengthy, and let me know if there's anything I have to clarify. Thanks. Relevant comments. Irish Watcher. The most important thing first is to make sure your husband knows what really happened and have your sister send him the video feed showing your niece on your phone. After you make sure he believes you, I would then go scorched earth with your niece. Actions have consequences, and she needs to understand that now, and that is in no way any type of prank with most pranks. The person is there to see the outcome and say haha your niece would have had no idea what was going on, so how would she even know the prank that was successful or not? And obviously, I would change on my passwords on everything including banking apps. OOP. He was present when I asked for the footage, and he has seen it too. OOP updated the next day / same post. Update. Thank you, everyone, for all the comments and advice. It is incredibly appreciated. All these happened yesterday. I only posted because I was slightly conflicted. To answer common questions in the comments. Yes, I slept for 4 hours at my sister's house. She's my sister, and we do stuff like that. I didn't say I was tired from what I helped her with. I was simply just tired. Both my sister and niece weren't aware of my husband's and my fight from the previous night. Niece also was not aware of the full extent of my mental health struggles from the pregnancy. Niece wasn't texting for 2.5 hours straight. She was on and off the phone. I assume she got off it when she thought she would be caught. Apparently, she has known my password for a while now. She learned it from looking over my shoulder at a family event a couple of months back. Also, according to my sister, she has gone into my phone before, at least 3 times that she fessed up to. She has transferred money to herself, taken videos and pictures off it, gone through my texts with my kids and some other relatives, stolen other people's numbers, gotten passwords for my streaming services that they didn't own, and gone through my other texts with my husband. And yes, there's very not safe for work stuff in there. My husband is okay. We talked, and he apologized for how he spoke to me, but I told him I totally understood why he would say what he said. I also apologized for my reaction. We are okay on our front and decided we were both justified given what we both individually knew. Back to the niece, the only other thing she did according to her was transfer more money. I checked my recently deleted texts, and there was nothing suspicious there, but I don't know if you can delete texts from recently deleted. She also said she thought the prank would be funny because there was no way my husband would believe all that stuff she texted because, according to her, he loves me too much and we have a perfect relationship. In the texts, he had only replied that we would talk when I got home and that he wasn't going to have that conversation with me over texts. This girl went all the way to add that I would send the papers in a couple of days and talk about the kids with lawyers. I can't explain how absolutely pissed I am. The plan is to go absolutely no contact with her after learning of all the other stuff she did. There will be no birthday and no PC. Someone said to put up a post saying if anyone got a questionable text from me in the last 24 hours to let me know. I did that. No one had reached out yet, so I'm hoping it was just my husband. I'm getting my money back. I checked, and in total she has sent over $700 to herself that I wasn't aware of. She did not send it in bulk, just little bits here and there. I guess I did not catch on because I do send her money often, and I do have quite a bit in my account, so it wasn't obvious. Her mother will send the money to me from her daughter's savings later this weekend. I told her mother about the suggestions you guys gave on community service and therapy. I'm low-key scared for her future relationships and college life. She would not have any electronic devices for the rest of the summer. Personally, I do not want to lay eyes on her in the near future. Oh, and yes, she has done this before to one of her friends whom she is still friends with. I don't know why anyone would remain friends with someone like that. This hurt a lot because I love this child so much. I was more present than her father the first 11 years of her life. She used to come to me for her struggles and problems and all that teenage stuff. She had her first period at my house. Her other cousins on her dad's side are jealous of our relationship, for goodness sake. She was my favorite one. I don't really care what her mom does about all these. I just want my money back and to never speak to her for now. In the future, I might be open to some contact. I blocked her number, so she sent me a long email which I haven't read yet, and her mom also brought a handwritten apology letter from her to my husband. My sister is aware of my decisions and has apologized for her daughter's behavior. My mom is also aware of the situation now. I have no doubt it is about to become an extended family problem. Anyway, that's that for now. I will update if anything else comes from this. Again, thanks to everyone that contributed with comments and DMs. Relevant comments. Scenarioing. There will be no birthday and no PC. Will there be police for all the different crimes? OOP. We have decided not to go the legal route. I already got my money back with an additional $300. I have not really decided what to do about the snooping, pictures, videos, and passwords for now. Do_cup 2867. Ta. Please tell me you've now changed all of your passwords. OOP. We all have. Me, my husband, and kids. Update 2. Hey all, it's been a couple days, and I have gotten a bunch of messages about updates. Right now, we're still going through the resulting situations from all these, so I'll just give what I have for now. I don't know if I'm adding this update right. If I am, good. If not, I'm sorry, and the first part of this is on my profile. First, I'll answer common questions. A lot of people seem to be hung up on the 4-hour nap a lot. I am a sleeper. I love to sleep. I sleep at her place all the time. It's not that deep, but it is probably why I am in this predicament anyway. Another thing is the cameras. In this day and age, I think people should have cameras in their houses. I have them at my place too. I got them installed after I hired my first babysitter, and I have figured out a lot of stuff from reviewing footage. It does not have to be in every room, just common areas. On to the actual update. My niece came over to formally apologize to my husband and me. She cried throughout the entire apology. She said she hadn't done it to anyone else, just me. I kept asking why, and she just kept repeating she was sorry. My husband thinks she probably thought I would be the one to forgive the easiest. I told her exactly why I was upset, and how she had hurt me and my husband. I told her I would be going low contact with her for the foreseeable future. I let her know I canceled the birthday and any gift she would have gotten. The only thing she would get from me is her first college tuition, which I had promised a long time ago. I'm doing this more as a courtesy to my sister than anything else. I know it would help her a great deal. Niece will also not be allowed in my house for the foreseeable future. Her dad also reached out and apologized to us. We have decided not to go the legal route as a favor to my sister's family. They have a lot on their plate right now, and I would not want to make their life more complicated. During this conversation, she denied having a crush on my husband, as a lot of you guys had suspected. I asked if she felt I wasn't being attentive enough to her, and she said no. Oh, and I found out she had texted 2 other people. It was nothing serious, but still. Some people were asking if she had mental issues. To my knowledge, she has none. She was tested when she was younger, and she had none. She kind of liked drama in elementary and middle school, but nothing worrisome. We told her she would be starting therapy, to which she said nothing was wrong with her. My husband then said people who are okay wouldn't do what she did. Her mother added that it was just to help her go about things in more normal ways. Also, the PC will be going to my brother's son, who will be going to college this fall. It will probably be more useful to him. My kids have since blocked her. She was made to get a new job. She previously worked for her uncle on her dad's side, but they thought it would be better if she worked somewhere entirely different with no family relations. My mom has been upset with my husband and me. She said we were going too far and that she was just a kid. One of my uncles and 2 of my aunts are on her side and have been harassing us with texts and calls. My sister and her husband are on our side, though. Over a couple days following the conversation at my place, my mom has been updating us that my niece was depressed, cries every day, and keeps repeating that she did not mean it. Everyone hates her and is no longer speaking to her. That her second mom no longer loves her or cares about her. She says they have taken away everything from her. Trigger warning. Self-harm. On the 12th, my niece attempted to take her life. Her older sister found her. She left a note apologizing for all the hurt she caused and said we would all be better without her. She wrote that she would be better off than to have to live her life knowing I hate her and that my kids do not want to be close to her anymore. She wrote a lengthy letter actually, but I can't fit it all in here. She currently is still in the PEDS ICU, as she had done some extensive damage to herself. I have been to the hospital every day since I found out. My husband says maybe we went too far. My mother says she will curse me and never speak to my family if I do not make things go back to the way they were. My children think it is their fault and are willing to apologize for blocking and cutting her off. I am more conflicted than I was a week ago. It's like everyone is looking to me to fix it all. I don't really know what to do right now. My sister keeps saying I don't have to do anything, but she has been bawling. My niece's other siblings have all texted me variations of "I know she hurt you, but forgive and forget because she almost died." My extended family has been through a lot too. You're a grown woman waging war on a 16-year-old. You are evil and don't deserve good things. I hope your life ends up like what you're giving your niece. I have gotten messages from strangers too because my sister's mother-in-law posted on FB that I was a bitter woman hurting her granddaughter and a bunch of other things. So, the past 3 days have been mentally miserable for me. Not to take away from what my sister's family is going through, but I am sad, heartbroken, confused, and just tired. Please send prayers my sister's way. I'm not sure how all this is going to end, but I'll let everyone know when she's out of the ICU and whatever else happens. Thank you for all your advice and supportive words. I appreciate it all. Update 3. Thank you everyone for your comments, DMs, and advice. I've gotten a lot of DMs and comments for an update, so I'll tell you what's happened since the last update. First, I want to give the biggest shout out to my sister, niece's mom. She can't see this, but I just want those words out there. I have said them to her too, but I want you guys to hear it too. She has not only been my biggest defender against all the flying monkeys despite what she is going through, but she has also been so good to me. She stood up for me to my mother and relatives. She also counter-posted on FB after all that stuff from her mother-in-law. Secondly, I want to address those asking how my niece did it and how she was found. She ingested something harmful. We're not exactly sure of what it was, but it was a mixture of cleaning supplies. Her oldest sister found her on the bathroom floor. She was extubated on the 16th after she got a whole bowel irrigation and one-time hemodialysis because she had given herself an acute kidney injury. She was intubated for 26 hours. She is now out of the ICU and is now on the PEDS Med SURG unit. The same evening she left the ICU, She had to be put on a 72-hour psych hold and will be transferred to an inpatient psych facility when she is medically cleared. She did get a psych evaluation, and so far, she has been diagnosed with ADHD, depression, and histrionic personality disorder. The psychiatrist says she might also have borderline personality disorder, but that would be determined better at the psych facility. I am still in low contact with my niece. I've only had one phone call with her in which I told her I loved her and we're getting her help. Her therapist said to reinsert my presence in her life, but make no promises like, if you get help, we'll be okay, or something like that. She says since I've previously been a positive presence, it might help to have me in the background while she heals. She gave suggestions for my background presence, like letters, phone calls, or visits if I feel like it. I am not to give her any gifts or rewards. I haven't decided which one to go with yet. I might just send a letter monthly. My sister did look through my niece's phone and found no not safe for work pictures of me or my husband, but she did delete the streaming apps my niece got access to. I know some people were worried about her taking those photos. I know she saw them, though. My children are in therapy, both individual and family. My husband and I finally explained the entire thing in detail to them, including my struggles during my first pregnancy and how niece's prank was a trigger. The therapist helped us facilitate the whole thing better. Niece's other siblings are in therapy now too. The oldest has since apologized for her texts and harsh voicemails. We have also sent the kids to my in-laws for the next 3 weeks. Therapy will be online. I also blocked my mother on their phones. They are to speak to none of my relatives for now. My mother doubled down and started coming at my children via texts and calls. That's one of the reasons we sent them away. My niece's dad, broke down while she was still comatose and did a full 180. He left me a long voicemail saying I was hurting his baby girl and ripping her away from him. I did not like him when he first started dating my sister, and he says I was using my niece to break him because I hated him. If something happens to her, he won't forgive me. This is a complete opposite of his stance before. I don't know if it's grief or his mom in his ears. He is now at odds with his wife because she agrees with keeping the consequences we all agreed on, but the husband says to relent. My family and my other sisters are trying to be her, niece's mom, support in every way that we can. I have had to completely cut my mother off from my family, including some of my aunts and uncles. My dad is divorced from my mother and lives on the other side of the country. He is on my side with this whole thing. I have 2 brothers, and they're both on my mom's side, while all my sisters are on my side. My mother sent me a very devastating text that I'll just copy and paste here because I don't even know if I can explain it. Arya, you are the most disgraceful child I have ever birthed. I curse the day you were put in my arms. Your life will never know peace as long as you never give peace to niece. You're so vile, and you will go to hell for causing this amount of harm to your sister's family. You are no daughter of mine, and I do not claim you. Do not call me your mother. Keep your unclean children away from me too. If you come close to me, I'll strangle you and feed you toilet cleaners, how niece attempted. What kind of mother sends this to her child? I took a screenshot, blocked that number, and printed off a copy of the text. This devil incarnate of a woman proceeded to email me 2 days after to tell me to send my share of money for remodeling her house. Yeah, like a cursed child would do that. I simply blocked her email too. I don't even know why she called my children unclean. I had them all post-marriage and with one man. This has been the longest month of my life, and it isn't even over yet. I had a panic attack the other day because of everything. This darling man that I am married to has been my biggest rock and support. I genuinely do not know what I would do without him. How I would repay him for all this, I do not know. I spend most days just crying. My mental health is suffering, my work is suffering, and I am just tired. I know this was super long, so if you've read all this, thank you. Thank you for sticking with me and holding me up with your words and virtual presence. You all probably see this often, but I genuinely want to thank each and every one of you. I can't wait for all this to be over so I can get some normalcy back and be able to breathe well again. Update 4. Hey everyone, it's been a hot minute. I think this is how you update posts, right? I'm not sure. I genuinely did not plan on updating, but there's been several DMs and requests for updates, so I decided to, since there's been a couple happenings and things are a little more settled now. First, I'm not American and don't live in America. I don't know if that clears up anything, but there were a couple questions and comments regarding that. Again, too many people were caught up on the nap from my initial post, and I don't really understand why that is a bizarre thing to people. I took naps at my sister's house. Here's another shocker. I've also spent nights there. Wowza, how despicable. Another thing was people saying I deserved all that because of a different post on my profile that happened a while before the niece event. I really hope you never get yourself in a pickle and need input from people. And to the it's AI and it's fake people, I really wish all that was an elaborate fake situation. Over to my niece. Her birthday has come and gone. She spent her 17th birthday in a psych facility, unfortunately. Maybe they'll make up with her 18th next year. Thankfully, she suffered no adverse effects from what she did, maybe except trauma. No, I did not give her the gifts, and there was no grand party. She's out of the psych facility and home with her family now. The final mental health diagnosis is ADHD, HPD, and depression, no BPD, no autism. I got some DMs to get a second opinion because those diagnoses are not usually made for teenagers. I relayed that to my sister and niece and got a second set of evaluations at the facility, and this is what they came up with. I had no conversations with the doctors and have no clue how it was done. This is just what my sister has told me. I visited her there twice, just short conversations assuring her I still loved her, but was just hurt by her actions. My first visit was in the presence of her therapist, and the other was with my sister. I will not remove my presence from her life, as I still care for and love her. I am hopeful that we will rebuild our relationship to where it was before all this, or at least close to what it was. She has her phone privileges back, and she texts me sometimes, to which I respond, "Don't be upset with me." Her therapist and mine said it was okay. My kids and husband are okay. My older twins have re-established their relationship with the niece, but the younger set are still salty, and we are not going to coerce them into doing anything they do not want. My sister and her husband kind of separated for, 3 weeks because she was siding with me, and this almost broke me, to be honest. I genuinely wanted to give in and apologize, which I know all of you here would have been mad at. It just felt like everything spiraled out too fast. Too many people were getting involved, too many people were getting hurt in different ways, and I started feeling like it was too much, and maybe I should have just scolded her and gotten past it. But my therapist and dad helped me hold strong. Especially earlier, after I visited my niece in the hospital and just saw her state, I couldn't help but feel it was all my fault. I couldn't tell you how many panic attacks I had during that time. I even thought I was going to check myself into rehab too. My dad even had to fly in to stay with us for a bit. My sisters and I have gotten so much closer, so that's a positive from all that. My extended family has had too many fallouts since then. A lot came to light. I no longer speak to our eldest brother and my mother, who I have a protective order against now. In short, she tried to do something to my youngest, which I don't think I can openly talk about yet. My brother-in-law has also apologized for how he acted. His mother is a different story, and she isn't allowed in their home anymore. She only gets supervised calls to her grandkids now. This has been an intense couple of months for everyone in my family, both extended and nuclear. I kid you not, everyone was involved. Everyone had things to say. I got emotional whiplash so many times, and I think my niece might not be the only one with mental disorders. All my mother's children might all have a little something because, my goodness, was it a lot? Including myself, to be honest, but I'm not ready to confront that journey yet. I will in the future at some point, maybe. We're all healing and getting better. My poor husband has been through so much emotionally this year. I'm so grateful for him and wish I could just take it all away from him. He deserves better. My children have been champs through this, especially my younger twins. I did not expect the amount of emotional maturity they showed, and I am so proud of them. Thank you all for the DMs and good wishes. I saw my story was posted on YouTube and TikTok, so thank you for the comments there as well. There won't be any other updates from me unless something outrageous happens. I'm open to answering questions in the comments.